Are you getting lag, low FPS stuttering and FPS drop in GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK? Then you are at the right place. We have got the best ways to fix the issue. Welcome back to Silicophilic, your go-to source for tech tips and fixes. Method 1. Check minimum game requirements. When you are getting lag, low FPS stuttering or FPS drops while playing GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK, check if your PC meets the minimum requirements for playing the game on your device. Here are the minimum and recommended requirements for the game. Minimum requires a 64-bit processor and operating system. OS Windows 10. Processor Intel Core i3-9100 or AMD Ryzen 3 3200G. Memory 16GB RAM. Graphics NVIDIA GeForce GTX 1060 6GB or AMD Radeon RX 580 8GB. DirectX version 11. Storage 90GB available space. Additional notes: SSD recommended capable of 1080p per 30 FPS when graphics are set to standard. Recommended requires a 64-bit processor and operating system. OS Windows 10. Processor Intel Core i7-8700 or AMD Ryzen 5 3600. Memory 16GB RAM. Graphics NVIDIA GeForce RTX 2080 8GB or AMD Radeon RX 6700 XT 8GB. DirectX version 11. Storage 90GB available space. Additional notes: SSD recommended capable of 1080p per 60 FPS when graphics are set to ultra. You can also check this link for the system requirements of GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. Method 2. Tweak in-game settings. You can tweak some in-game settings to get the best out of the game. This can help you if you are running the game even on a low-end PC without lag, low FPS or stuttering. So try these settings. Launch the game. Select Options. Go to the Graphics tab. Set the resolution to 1280x720. Change the frame rate to 60 if it is set to some lower frame rate. Set the screen mode borderless. Next, set display device to 1:24 GL600F. Change graphics quality to standard. Set textures to standard. Also, set rendering to standard and lighting to standard. Next, turn the blur off, color blind off, and also turn off VSync. Method 3. Switch between the display modes. You can also switch between full screen borderless and windowed bordered display modes directly from the in-game settings menu. This feature is helpful as it can improve the game's performance based on the screen resolution and your computer's specification. It's definitely worth trying out as some players have found it to be beneficial. So try changing the modes and see. Method 4. Run GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK as an admin. The next thing you can do is run GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK as an administrator. The game files may sometimes need administrative privileges to run, else it can lag or stutter. So go to the game installation folder. Right-click on the game exe and open its properties. Head to the compatibility tab. Check the box for run this program as an administrator. Click on apply and then on OK. You can also run Steam as an administrator and then launch the game. To do that, go to the Steam installation folder. Right-click on the Steam exe and open its properties. Head to the compatibility tab. Check the box for run this program as an administrator. Click on apply and then on OK. Now launch the game and check. Method 5. Run GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK in different compatibility mode. Another thing you can do is change the compatibility mode while playing GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. To do that, open the game properties. Then go to the compatibility tab. Check the box for run this program in compatibility mode for the option. Select a Windows version and click on apply and then on OK. Method 6. Verify the game files. You should also verify the game files when experiencing lag, stuttering, or low FPS. Missing or corrupted game files can cause these issues. Here is how you can verify the integrity of the game files from Steam platform. Head to the Steam library, right-click on the game and open its properties. Go to the Installed Files tab and click on the Verify Integrity of the Game Files option. Wait till Steam verifies the game files and download the missing file or fix the corrupted game files. Once done, launch the game and check. Method 7. Disable full screen optimization. The next thing you can do is disable full screen optimization. Go to the game installation folder and right-click on the game exe and open its properties. Go to the compatibility tab and disable full screen optimization. Click on apply and then on OK to save the changes. Method 8. Change settings from NVIDIA control panel. If you have NVIDIA graphics card, change the settings from the NVIDIA control panel to boost the performance and reduce lags. Here is how you can do it. Right-click on your desktop and choose Show More options. Click on the NVIDIA control panel. Select Manage 3D Settings. Click on the Global Settings tab. Scroll down and find the shader cache size. Once you have found it, click on it and set it to Unlimited. Now select the Manage 3D Settings again and click on the Program Settings tab. Click on Add and select Browse. Head to the game installation folder and add the exe file. After the game is added, find OpenGL Rendering GPU and set that to your graphics card. Now find the Power Management mode and set it to maximum performance. Next, find VSync and set it as Adaptive. Click on Apply to save the changes. Check if the game is working fine now. If it is stuttering or there is low FPS, set the power settings to high performance. Method 9. Set the power settings to high performance. For a better gaming experience, set the power settings to high performance. This will allow the PC to go for performance optimization over power saving. Type Control Panel in the Windows search bar and select it. Look for Power Options and select it. Expand the Show Additional Plans if you don't see the High Performance plan listed. Check the High Performance plan option and save the changes. Check if this could boost the gaming performance. Method 10. Configure Windows game settings. For the optimal FPS, check that the Windows game settings are properly configured. First, make sure the game mode is enabled. Enter the game mode in the Windows search bar and open the top result. Make sure the game mode toggle is turned on. Next, click on the back button next to settings and click on the game bar tab. Turn the game bar off. Next, go back and click on the Captures tab. Disable Record What Happened and Capture Audio when recording a game toggles. Method 11. Set the game to high performance. Setting the game to high performance can also help reduce lags and game stuttering. Press the Windows plus I keys to open settings. Click on System and then select Display. Scroll down and click on Graphics Settings. Click on the Browse button and head to the game installation folder. Select the game exe and add it. You will now see it here. Click on Options and select High Performance. Select Save to save the changes. Method 12. Troubleshoot the graphics drivers. The next thing you should do is troubleshoot your graphics drivers. Your graphics drivers should be up to date to avoid issues while gaming. To update the graphics drivers, right-click on the Windows search button and choose Device Manager. Go to the Display Adapters section and then expand it. Right-click on your graphics driver and click on the Update Driver option. Select the Search Automatically for Drivers option and follow the instructions provided on screen to download and install the latest driver. If updating graphics drivers doesn't work, you can reinstall them. Expand the Display Adapter section and right-click on your graphics driver. Click on the Uninstall Device option and follow the on-screen instructions to complete the process. After installation of the drivers, install them again. For the AMD graphics driver, install the Radeon app, then run it. Similarly, for NVIDIA graphics driver, install and run the GeForce Experience. You should visit the official websites of your graphics card manufacturer to update your graphics card drivers. These websites are linked in the description below. Download the latest drivers for the graphics card installed on your computer from these websites. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the process. Once done, restart your PC. Then rerun the app to check for any updates. If any updates are available, download and install them. Method 13. Run GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK on the dedicated graphics cards. If you have multiple GPUs for your computer, then make sure you use the one exclusively for gaming. This ensures a better gaming experience. So using the dedicated GPU for gaming can avoid issues while playing games like GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. Here is how you can check if you are running the dedicated graphics card. However, this depends upon your operating system and the graphics card you are using. Press the Windows key plus R to launch the Run utility. Type dev mgmt.msc in the Run command box and hit Enter or click on OK. Expand the Display Adapters section. Here, you will find the two adapters, one for your dedicated graphics card and the integrated graphics card. The dedicated graphics card should have a longer and more specific name than the integrated one. The dedicated graphics card may also have a higher memory size listed. So run the game with the dedicated graphics card. Method 14. Turn off overlay. Turning off overlays can boost gaming performance and fix issues while gaming. In this video, we are showing you how to disable Steam overlay. Open Steam and head to Library. Find GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK and right-click on it. Expand its properties. From the General tab, uncheck the Enable the Steam overlay while in-game option. Also disable other overlay apps like GeForce Experience, Discord, NVIDIA Shadowplay overlay or AMD overlay. Method 15. Try a lower system resolution. Open Windows settings by pressing Windows plus I keys. Then go to the System tab, select Display and then head to Display Resolution. You can try a lower resolution than the recommended one for your PC and check if the issue is fixed. Method 16. Disable Hardware Accelerated GPU. Type Graphics Settings in the Windows search menu and select the top option. Next, click on Change Default Graphics Settings under the Default Settings option. Turn the toggle off for Hardware Accelerated GPU scheduling if it is turned on. You need to restart the game for the changes to take effect. So restart your game and check. Method 17. Tweak Registry. Type Registry Editor in the search menu and select the top option. Open Registry Editor using Windows Search. Click on Yes from the USE prompt. Head to HKey Current User, then open System. Then select Game Config Store. Right-click on the Game DVR enabled from the right pane and click on Modify. Enter 0 in the Value Data field. Next, click on OK. Next, head to HKey Local Machine. Click on Software. Then select Microsoft. Scroll down and select Policy Manager. Next, select Default. Click on Application Management. Select Allow Game DVR. Right-click on Value from the right side pane and select Modify. Type 0 in the Value Data field. Click on OK and exit the window. Method 18. Install the compatible version of DirectX. Many games, including GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK, require a specific version of DirectX to run properly. If you have an outdated or incompatible version, it will cause loading issues. The latest version of DirectX ensures the game's improved performance. This is what you have to do to install DirectX. Search DirectX Runtime Download on Google and open the first result from Microsoft.com. Select the installer language you prefer and click on Download. Wait for the download to finish and then run the installer. Complete the installation and wait for the installation to finish. After the installation completes, restart your PC. Method 19. Install Visual C++ Redistributable. Installing Visual C++ Redistributable can be helpful since it includes a set of libraries that help the game rely on and function properly. If these libraries are missing or outdated, it leads to crashing, freezing, or even a black screen. To install Visual C++ Redistributable, search for Visual C++ Redistributable on Google. Click on the first link of Microsoft.com. Download the recently available Visual C++ Redistributable. Ensure you download for the correct architecture like x64 for 64-bit systems and x86 for 32-bit systems. Install the downloaded file and restart your PC. Method 20. Disable VSync and G-Sync. Usually, VSync and G-Sync help to run the game with a stable screen, but sometimes they can be the reason why games like GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK lag or stutter. So you can disable the G-Sync or VSync as per your system following this guide. Method 21. Increase virtual RAM. Type Advanced System Settings in the Windows search menu and select the top search result. Under Performance, click Settings. Go to the Advanced tab. Under Virtual Memory, click Change. Uncheck Automatically Manage Paging File Size for all drives. Choose the drive where you want to store the paging file. Select Custom Size. In the Initial Size field, enter a value equal to 1.5 times of the total available RAM on your system. In the Maximum Size field, enter a value that is 3 times of your total RAM. Now here is how to check your system's available RAM. Go to Windows Settings and select System. Next, select About. Check the RAM here. After you have set the value as per your system, click on Set and then click on OK for twice. Once done, restart your PC and then launch GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. Method 22. Stop background downloads. You can pause or stop other background downloads while playing GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK, as these downloads can cause the game to lag. Once you finish your gameplay, you can continue downloading games or installing patch updates. Method 23. Allow GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK through the firewall. Another potential cause of this issue could be firewall interference. So, you can check that by allowing the game through firewall and your antivirus program. Here, we are showing how to allow the game through Windows Security. Open the Windows Security app using the search menu. Now click on the Firewall and Network Protection option. After that, tap on the Allow an app through firewall option from the right side pane and then press the Change Settings button. Next, click on the Allow another app button and then press the Browse button to select the game exe file. Click on Open and then click on the Add button. You will now see the game under the list of allowed apps and features. Tick the checkbox associated with the game and enable it on both public and private networks. Once done, you can press the OK button to save changes. Finally, you can relaunch the game file and check. Method 24. Close unnecessary apps running in the background. Sometimes the apps and services running in the background conflict with the game and cause stuttering, low FPS or game lags. So close the unnecessary apps running in the background and see if this can make any improvement. Right-click on the taskbar and select Task Manager. Go to the Processes tab. Right-click on each process you want to close and select the End Task option to kill it. Apps like Discord, GeForce Experience, Google Chrome, and NVIDIA Shadowplay can conflict with the game and cause performance issues. So you should close these apps before playing GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. Method 25. Update your Windows OS. Besides updating the drivers, update your Windows OS. Your Windows should be up to date while playing games like GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. Otherwise, you can experience low FPS and stuttering. Type check for updates in the search menu and select the top option. Click on the check for updates button. If any update is available, download and install the updates. Restart your PC for that. Now launch the game and see if this could resolve the issue. Method 26. Reinstall the game in some other drive. If the above methods cannot fix the issue, then reinstall GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. To do so, press Windows plus I to open Settings. Open Apps and then head to Installed Apps. Click on the three-dot menu next to the game. Click on the Uninstall button. Follow as shown to uninstall the game. Once the uninstallation of the game completes, restart your PC. Once your PC restarts, reinstall the game to some other drive. Now launch the game and check. And there you have it. 26 methods to fix lag low FPS stuttering and FPS drop in GRANBLUE Fantasy RELINK. We hope one of these methods have worked for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech tips and troubleshooting guides. Leave a comment and help others know which solutions solved your problem. Thanks for watching, and we will see you in the next video.